Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome to a special, I guess it's a game adventure module, whatever you want to call it, review. This time from Mongoose Publishing, Cowboys and Xenomorphs for Traveler. Yes, going right along with our Western themed month, which is just about over, unfortunately. I decided to revisit Cowboys and Xenomorphs. It is, just like you would expect, or maybe not, an adventure for Traveler based in the Old West here on Earth with cowboy characters and a cowboy character generation system that sums it all up in about 2 pages. So, if you've already played Traveler, if you know how to play Traveler, you're pretty much ready to go right out of the gate there, and grab a couple D6, blank index card, and roll yourself up a cowboy of various types, and settle in for a fine adventure, depending on what the GM decides to pick from an array of, I want to go with about 10 different xenomorph types that will, one way or the other, invade the town of Bent River, and depending on obviously the xenomorph type, do their fair share of mayhem and horror and shenanigans. Sorry, I had to use that word, folks. And it's your job as the player characters. Sorry about that. The old boy is probably barking at another leaf that just happened to fly by our house, because that's how dumb my dog is. He's a real good boy, but let's just quiet that down just a smidge, shall we? But I picked this up 6 months ago, and it's only, 49 pages with a whole bunch of tables for mishaps and random encounters and all the good stuff you'd expect. But it really does a phenomenal job of picking the 10 best alien types, from the xenomorph all the way down to your good old-fashioned gray or green Martians, complete with their motives and their intentions and what to expect them to do, or their most likely course of action, depending on how quick it is the players get into action and form up a posse. Starting with the typical fire in the sky, something crashes in the nearby mountain range, and from that point on, it's up to the players to figure out what's going on and put a stop to it right quick. Personally, I'm actually going to be running this within the next 6 months over on Table Breakers. So guys, don't go run out and get this, and if you do, trust me, I'll pretty much figure that out. But I may throw a couple of twists and turns in the old adventure. Maybe even create my own xenomorph type and plan of attack, so they can try to conquer Earth in the 1800s, starting with the town of Bent River, and only you guys will be able to stop the onslaught of said xenomorphs, Martians, brain eaters, whatever you want to call them, whatever you want to use. Like I said, there's a really nice selection of different alien types statted out for Traveler. Mind you, all you're going to have is a 6-gun. Maybe if you're lucky, you can scrounge up a couple of Winchesters, or if you're really lucky, a Gatling gun. But up against Martians or xenomorphs, you're going to need a lot more than just your 6-gun. You're going to need your wits, probably a whole heck of a lot of dynamite, to be brutally honest. But for the most part, I really enjoyed this. The entire idea of using Traveler as other game engines really appeals to me. If you want something a little bit more realistic, less of the 100 hit point characters running around, shrugging off every little wound that comes their way, and you like a skill-based system, and you want a little bit more action and suspense and mystery, and less of the same old, D20 mechanisms, save and throws, and perception checks and all that stuff. Nothing wrong with it if that's your thing. Go out and have a blast with it. Heck, if you want, grab this and convert it to your D20 system and have the aliens invade your favorite D&D planet. But the whole idea is to, like we talked about earlier, is to mix a couple of genres, come up with something, a little bit more unique than the same old, medieval European campaign. And you know me, I can't resist a good Western. So for today, this is my pick. If you want to add something new to your gaming experience, you want to try something out that you probably haven't tried before, I highly recommend this. It's like $15, I think. A little on the expensive side for 50 pages, but it is Mongoose, and they tend to do that. But you could probably grab this on drive-through or Lulu maybe, or do what I do and go on eBay and wait till the summertime and grab it for half the price. I don't think I paid but $10 for this on eBay plus shipping, but definitely well worth the price. Having read it, and if I had seen it in a game store, which highly unlikely because we don't have game stores where I live, and I saw it for the $15 plus tax, darn well no, I would have grabbed it. But to be honest, now all I need is Sethonian stars, and my Traveler collection will be just about complete. So until next time, folks, go out there, try something new. And this is something, if I'm giving my recommendation, you can pretty much take it to the bank that this is going to be worth the time. You actually get a lot of use out of it. If you're going to play some westerns, you've got a couple of half dozen to a dozen or so different aliens to choose from, a crap ton of NPC characters and all their motivations, maps, weapon tables. Not a lot of armor in the old days. Maybe you can grab some pots and pans, but it's everything you'd expect from a Western adventure. So until next time, folks, have a great weekend. It's almost here. No, it's only Thursday, but before you know it, it'll be Monday again. So until next time, folks, have a great day and happy trails.